if we were able to grow when gut health wasn't there, and we were able to build this infrastructure, continue to expand, not have any debt, new products, and now we're at the peak of a wave of gut health, what are the next 17 years going to look like? There's never been a better time. Obviously, there's never a better time to take care of your health, and that kind of just goes without saying. If the products we're interested in, that's great. Never a better time to focus on trying new products. But even more than that, if you are interested in sharing and hearing more about the opportunities, there has never been a better time to hook your star to Plexus, because the growth is just absolutely explosive. So I want to share with you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, you guys think Corbin, come in and have a seat? And we're gonna do another giveaway, but we're gonna give them a ticket you give one to all right, so Elaine, let's see what we got. Thank you, Reed, so much. It's so important. Gut health is just where it's at. So, and I love that we're gut free. That's amazing, because so many companies have us closing, and that's not an issue with Plexus. We are not going anywhere, and it's a great company. All right.
768 949.
769. All right, Carol, we've got either a skin health or this. Which one do you want?
Headband or headband?
This is like to put on, you can use it for like your makeup. You want the headband? Okay. Okay, awesome. Another thing I just want to mention really quick, and Reed brought these for me as well. This is October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as many of you know. I don't know if any of you have lost a loved one to breast cancer, or if you've had it, or my mom and my aunt both are breast cancer survivors. Praise the Lord. And my grandmother's passed from breast cancer, so I'm very, very passionate about that. And Plexus did actually start as this was their first product. It's a breast check kit. And so this month, they're giving back, I believe it's $2 if you purchase this, and $5 for the skin, or is it $5 for both? Okay, $5 for the skin health. If you do the skin health system, they're giving it back to breast cancer, for breast cancer awareness. So that's amazing, and I love that they support that, and that's something that we can support along with that. So I would like to give one of these away. So let's pick another winner.
768 948.
There you go. Early detection is so important. My mom, they caught hers, she was like stage 0. So she did have to have a double mastectomy, but she didn't have no chemo, no radiation, nothing. So early detection is so important. Get your mammograms, ladies. Okay? I hate to say that, but if you're over 40, get your mammograms, or if you have a history, because it's very, very important. So I just wanted to mention that because I feel that's really good. Okay, next we have Taylor, and Taylor's going to share some practical wellness tips with you. These are things that don't have anything to do with Plexus, but we wanted to share some practical things that you can use in your daily life, and we also have you can tell them about the giveaways as well that they can do at the end, the QR codes, if you don't mind telling them about that as well. Yeah, sorry.
So I actually said, my name is Taylor, and I am a wife and a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, and I have 4 pages of notes, so buckle in. I'll talk really fast, but I want you to think about, I started my Plexus journey 2 years ago, and it's not about my testimony, but my life has completely changed since starting the product, and I knew all the right things. I knew all of the things I was supposed to be doing, but I wasn't feeling any better. So I learned after starting the supplements that your health and wellness is like a puzzle. And so when you have one piece at a time, you don't know what the full picture is going to be. But when you put it all together and you put all these puzzle pieces together, you have this beautiful picture. And if one piece is missing, you get a good look at what the puzzle is going to look like, but you don't see the full picture. There's still details that are missing. So the same thing as your health and wellness is the same way. And so I have 5 different puzzle pieces that you have to use for your health and wellness to see the full picture and to see the results that you're looking for. So The first piece is going to be your water.
Thank you.
And I feel like everybody hears that, right? Drink your water, but it's so important to your health and wellness as a whole. And it keeps things moving the way it's supposed to. It keeps your body hydrated, it keeps your energy up and your mood up and your hormones balanced and all these things. It's so important. So a general rule of thumb for your water is just half your body weight. So if you weigh 180 pounds, you're gonna do 90 ounces of water. So just a general rule of thumb. And that seems overwhelming if you're not drinking water. You're like, half my body weight, that's a lot. So start with just substituting one thing. So instead of saying, you know what, I'm gonna have a coffee this morning, grab a bottle of water and substitute one thing at a time, and then just keep building on it. And then pretty soon you'll be at that point and you can go even farther. The second piece of the puzzle is movement. And I think a lot of people get overwhelmed when they hear that. I just can't exercise. I just don't have, my body aches, my bones ache, whatever it is. They just say they can't exercise, but it doesn't have to be hard. It can be as simple as walking 5 minutes. I used to, between homeschooling, take walks around my house. Literally, I'm like, okay, here's how you do this problem. I go take a walk. Then when she needed help, I come back, help her, walk some more. It wasn't complicated, but I was up and moving, and it keeps your energy stable. So it could be, if you wanted to do 20, 30 minutes of a workout, you can. That's great. Yoga, bar, Pilates, those are really good for your joints and longevity of your muscles. Heavy weightlifting is great, but also it hurts on your bones. So you have to kind of balance it out. But walking, stretching, doing light cardio, aerobics, those are all things that you can do for movement. The third piece is protein, and that one is probably one of my hardest ones because they say you need about 90 grams of protein per day, so 30 grams per meal. And it's so hard to hit that. Sometimes I'm like, I just don't want to focus on what I'm eating, but it's so important to eating your protein, and it helps with the longevity, it helps stabilize your mood, it helps stabilize your blood sugar, helps you feel full longer so you're not snacking all the time. So start with just a little bit. Focus on your breakfast. That is the most important meal because it sets your day off right. And so for breakfast, I eat 3 to 4 eggs, I eat chicken sausage, like I have a huge, massive breakfast, but I get to skip lunch on it too. So when you balance it out and your blood sugar stays up first thing in the morning, you have that going on throughout the day, and you're just building that continual habit. So it seems overwhelming to think, well, 90 grams of protein every single day. Pick one meal and incorporate it. Or instead of grabbing a, Oreo from the cabinet or a bag of chips or something like that, go for Greek yogurt and granola. Add some berries to it. Now you're getting your fruit in. And it can be as simple as that. Just replace one thing at a time and build that consistent habit. The fourth thing is healthy eating. So it goes back to the berries, putting it in your Greek yogurt. Now you have protein, now you have healthy eating. You have those berries on top of it. And it helps just one swap. Just add vegetables or fruit to every single meal. So if you're having, chicken for dinner or a chicken sandwich, do a salad with it. Or add some fruit on the side or some corn or some sort of vegetable. And it's that easy. Just add one little thing to each meal, and now you're building that habit. Again, it's small little changes that are building up over time, and you're creating this wonderful picture of health and wellness that's going to set you up for the long term. The final piece is supplements. We're here because of Plexus. We're here because of our supplements, and we believe they are the best. And we've tried other ones. I know I have. I've tried vitamin C and elderberry, all these different vitamins, and they didn't do anything. But Plexus vitamins do something. They actually get to the root cause. They're plant-based. They are natural. You're not putting things in your body that aren't necessary. It's all working together. So having a good quality supplement is going to help your body function the way it's supposed to. It's going to get rid of that bad bacteria in your gut. It's going to put the probiotics in that you need. It's going to keep everything running smoothly, and you just build on top of that. So now you have all of these pieces that are fitting together to help you feel your best and live your best and live out for your family. I mean, we're all here to honor and glorify God with our lives. And so when we're not feeling our best, how are we showing up and honoring God with our lives? We can't be 100% and give 100% if we don't feel it. And so it all starts with changing these little things and one step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself and say, I have to overhaul my whole life now. No. Just pick one thing. And when you're consistent with that, then add another thing and another thing. And just do one little thing at a time. And pretty soon you're going to feel a whole lot better because you put in these little habits. So that's all I have.
Right, thank you.
I love that, Taylor. She is so good with that. And tell them about the freebies that we have.
Okay. So over on this back table, I created a couple little guides so you can just scan the QR code. One is hormone tips, so happy hormones is what it's called. and it's just little tips and some recipes that you can download that will help balance your hormones. So again, not plant or not supplements, nothing like that. I'm not selling you anything. It's totally free. Scan it, read it, use it, apply the things. And then the other one is just recipes. So we're all busy. We all have things going on. They're healthy recipes that will give you fruits and vegetables and protein, all the things that you need, so you can scan them, use them as you would like, and give your free gift for coming and joining us today.
Awesome. Thank you, Taylor. So make sure before you leave that you get those QR codes if you're interested in either one of those. That's amazing. Okay, we're going to do a couple. How many tickets do we have left in there?
4.
4 tickets. All right, we're going to do all. Well, this will be our last set of giveaways. So here we go. Let's go. What's next? What's next?
768-939.
768-939. Nobody? Oh.
Is that it? Oh, that's me.
Is it? Okay. We have.
You can give it to
So
me.
I got plenty. Plexus, yes. I have packing cubes, a phone light, or a charger.
Give it to somebody else. I want to give it to somebody
I
else.
honestly have plenty.
I know, but this is your last
No,
giveaway.
that's okay.
All right, just pick something for me.
The charger. It says zip, so.
And it's a
It's a Plexus charger. All right, next.
768-947.
Yay! Okay, I got. You're not going to scrunchy, so I'm not going to offer that. I got the packing cubes, the breast kit, the skin health headbands, the packing. I know those are exciting. I'm excited about that. Yeah, pass that way for her. Okay, and continue.
768-937.
All right. You see what we have? Skin health samples, the light, breast couch, yeah, whatever this is. Breast tip, check, packing cubes for the pickleball backpack.
I want the pickleball back.
You want the-
He likes pickleball. He likes pickleball. And that's a cool backpack no matter what.
All right,
Yeah.
one more.
768-938.
768-938. Who didn't get a gift yet?
I think she gave me one for Corbin too.
Oh, okay. Okay, well that can be his. Okay.
Okay.
What would you like, Monica? We have the packing cubes, the skincare, the breast check kit, the scrunchies, the light, the packing cube. All right. So that's it. I'll pick something for yourself, since he got it.
What else is
Skin health samples, the phone light, scrunchies.
there? I'll take the skin health samples.
Right. So everybody's got a gift, right? Okay.
Yes,
Perfect.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, at this time, our next special guest, I'm so excited, and hopefully I'm not going to cry. Does it, Taylor? My little girls know I cry. I forgot the hat. So, anyway, Jenna is here. She is a Diamond Plexus Diamond Ambassador and dear friend. She has been such a help to me personally, to my team. She's invested in us, and I'm not even on her team. And that just means so much to me. And that's one thing I love about Plexus. When I joined Plexus, I got a community I didn't even know I needed. I mean, I really did. I had no idea I needed other women friends. I mean, you know, it's amazing. Or men friends too, but you know what I mean. But it was a community I didn't know I needed. But she is a homeschooling mama. She has 7 children. She's a wife. She also has a wonderful podcast called Woman at the Well, which you guys need to listen to. I listen to it every week. She's an encourager of women all over the world. She started her Plexus journey and had only $2.75 in her bank account. That's all she had. So no excuse. When people say, I don't have the money, yes, I know there are legitimate things. I'm not saying that. But God provided. That's what is an amazing thing. God provided, and she'll probably tell that part of the story. I'll steal that part of the story. But she only had $2.75, but she was able to get started because God provided it. In just 13 months, she became one of the top 5% earners in the company, later rising to the top 1%. while leading a global team across the U.S., Canada, Mexico, and Australia. She's been to Australia twice now? 5? You've been 5 times. Wow. Next you're going to go to Japan. Huh?
I was just in Japan.
Yeah, oh, that's right, you did. I forgot you went to Japan too. So, did you get any, you have any customers in Japan?
Oh, we have prospects.
Prospects.
We have new
Okay.
friends. We have new friends.
Awesome. Okay. But beyond the numbers, Jenna is passionate about helping women step into their freedom physically, spiritually, and financially. She's here to inspire us today with her story and remind us of what's possible when faith meets action. And I'm so excited for you to hear her story. Please welcome with a big warm welcome, Jenna.
She's amazing. So sisterhood, something that we don't realize we need until you don't have it, or you've been burned. Amen. You've been like, I don't even know if I like women. Like, I don't know if I need like girlfriends. But then somewhere along the line, you realize, do I need a microphone too?
No.
I'm loud enough? Okay.
I'm picking you up.
Jenna, I have a question
Go for
before you start. Where are you from here?
I am. I'm from Port St. Lucie.
Okay.
Yeah, I live right on the corner. Blades cut off. If you ever want to come visit, have fun. I grew up here. I grew up in South Florida. Martin County. Married my high school sweetheart right out of high school. We were 18, 19. We've been married 30 years.
Wow.
So,
7
had
children.
7 babies.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh.
He's a United States Marine. And so we have grown up here. We traveled around the world. Got to do amazing things for the Lord. We were missionaries. We moved to Nicaragua. We sold everything we owned and went to mission field. That was amazing. It did not go down the way I thought. Have you guys ever chased the Lord and like all of a sudden it's like an Abraham test? You're like running. And all of a sudden you're like, whoop, here we go. And you're in a whole other area, not even realizing that's where God wanted you to be. Well, that was our trip to Nicaragua. I ended up coming home from that event really, really sick. Our baby was 6 weeks old. He's 10 today. So we came home, he is 6 weeks old, and I would end up in the emergency room for the first time. And you have a little baby, and what do they think? Well, you just had a kid. They must be baby related. So then we did all the things, and they were like, your potassium's off. Who knew? Apparently that can like jack you up. Not to that extent. It so relate to the hair loss. I lost my hair, I was completely bald. It took 3 years to get a diagnosis. And I went to I like to say I go to every ologist there ever was. I probably am on their repeat offender list. I was there, I was visiting them, chronically ill, ended up diagnosed with autoimmune issue. And I say autoimmune because I got to the point where I was done being tested on. I really didn't care. I was like, you're not going to poke me, prod me, do one more thing to me. Living on the couch, homeschooling, and falling asleep because of all the medication. Depression and anxiety is real. And this is from a woman who's been in women's ministry for years. Like, we don't talk about depression. We're just going to pray through it. Yes, that's a component, and it's so important to do that. However, I've learned there are very physical parameters to that as well. And so I would have people that would tell me, you just need to pray harder. You want a karate chop them right in the throat, right? Oh my gosh, I'm thinking, I'm doing everything I can. I'm praying as hard as I can. I don't know what else to do. See, my story's a little bit different. Yes, I've been in Plexus 7 years. I've known about Plexus for over 10 years. So I was the super skeptical. It was network marketing. Never doing that again. Tried that 20 years ago, didn't go so well. And I know people get sucked into that all the time, and I am not doing that. 10 years ago, I heard about it. 9 years ago, I heard about it. 8 years ago, I heard about it. 7 years ago, someone I know, I love, and I trust, who's super crunchy, grows her own eggs, chickens, all the stuff. I'm like, what does she do? But she had real issues in her house that gut health was the answer for. So I've been going the gamut with audiologists, and I found one functional medicine doctor locally here in town, highly recommended him. And he said, I think you have gut health issues, you have autoimmune, and your intestines are like leaking over everything. So So I'm going to give you a great illustration. Okay? Your intestines are supposed to be like PVC pipe, hard, right? Everybody knows what pantyhose are. Maybe you don't. There's these things that used to wear. So pantyhose. What happens is the lining of your intestines through time, American diet, medication, just all the things that we have out in the world, and we're getting into our foods and our supplies and our water and the products we put on our skin and all of that ends up lining that intestine so thin it's just like pantyhose. So are you ready? Imagine that pantyhose full of right now, squeeze it. So all of that toxin ends up somewhere, ends up in your bloodstream. So then my body was fighting itself. So then that bad bacteria that's supposed to help us was just rampant. So I knew about all of this. And my girlfriend saw me and she was like, okay, it's going to sound crazy, but I think you need this. And she was right. And because I knew her and I loved her and I trusted her, I was like, okay, how much is it? Right? That's the first question. How much is it? How long do I have to take it for? And am I stuck? Like, am I going to be able to get out of this? Because I tried other stuff, and then it took like 2 years before I got a refund, and then I got this stuff every month, and I couldn't get it. I had to cancel a credit card. And then they were charging some of the credit I didn't have anymore. She was like, no, 100% money back guarantee. If you don't like it, I'll help you get your money back. Okay. 2, products are clinically backed and scientifically proven. Okay, we talked about the patent. That's a big deal. Okay, all right. She goes, and I'm here to support you. So if you have any crazy questions, nothing's off limits. You can call me and go, is it supposed to smell like that? See, when we have babies, we are like poop patrollers, right? We were like, I could tell you every person in the house. But somewhere along the line, they get a little bigger, we stop asking. And nobody asks us mamas when's the last time we went to the bathroom. So I would walk around and I'd be like, oh, you have another baby. I'm like, no, this is poop. This is just poop. There's not being heat coming. I would wear a big shirt. You would not believe what's coming back. No, it was just I couldn't go to the bathroom. Because my system was so bogged down with all that bad stuff. So I tried the products, never intending ever to share them. My husband told me I wasn't allowed. He was like, no, we're not doing that. For our ministry, we're not doing that. That's great for them, but we're not doing that. We're too busy. You're homeschooling 7 kids. You have all this stuff going on. You don't have time. This is crazy. And you don't feel it. Like, no. Well, I ended up praying about it. So this is the cautionary tale. Be careful what you pray for. It's like, Lord, if you want me to be Texas, you're going to make it so clear, a red blinking light, like directional signs to go here, do this. And he did. For Christmas that year, Leanne shared, I had $2.75 after all the bills were paid. And I knew I really wanted the products, but we didn't have the money. And we're in a debt-free era. We were working really hard on not going back on the crazy cycle of paying the credit card and then paying it off. And then you get your IRS tax. And what do you do with the IRS money? Go back and throw it on the credit card, right? So we were in this crazy cycle of doing that. I really don't want to do that. So I'll just forego Christmas again, because the 7 kids take precedence. And instead, Kenny comes home. He's a mailman in Jensen Beach. Somebody gave him $100 bill. Like, who tips their mailman $100? I'm like, I'm not to live in that neighborhood, right? So he came home with him. He was so excited. And he's like, I have $100. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I think I want to try this stuff. This beef drink. I want to try this gut health. And he was like, for real? I was like, no, really, I do. I want to try it. He was like, okay. And then I was like, gave him the whole spiel. By the way, my friend said, and then money back guarantee. He's like, okay, if it doesn't work, I'll get my money back. Who wants the money back at Christmas? I'm like, no, this doesn't work. I'm going to keep the money anyway. I know you think you're getting it back. That's what happened. Well, that was a month later, and I could get out of bed. I didn't feel like I was crippled. I didn't have chronic pain in my body. I was going to the bathroom. I lost inches. I was swelling. My wedding ring spin again. But they actually could spin. Like it wasn't like stuck on my fingers. And all of a sudden I started showing up to church because I had no hair. And I was like, no wigs. And girls were like, what is going on? And I was like, oh, you wouldn't believe it. It's this little thing. So I accidentally started sharing, like you heard some of the girls talk about, because you're like, I can't believe this stuff actually works. And it did. And then before you knew it, we ended up owning a car, we earned a trip, we've done a lot of really cool, amazing things. So people say some years later, like, what does a diamond ambassador mean? It doesn't mean anything to you. It just means I love my products. It means I love women. Women all over the world. And my friend Monica is my emotional support person today. Because this is my first time speaking in over a year. 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with skin cancer. And so I was so healthy. I lost over 80 pounds. Lost 80 pounds. I was feeling great, looking great, traveling the world, doing amazing things, taking the kids, we were like the poster child for Plex. And all of a sudden one day, I'm like, what is that? And my dermatologist was like, that's squamous cell carcinoma. And there's nothing like getting a phone call that says you have cancer. And it doesn't matter what kind of cancer. It's you still get the C word call, and you're like, what the what? So we're just going to we're just going to take it out. We're going to carve it out. And you're right. Okay. So keep going along doing the things. A year later, I go back. There's another spot. It's on my face. And she's like, this time, we need to be more aggressive. So we're going to do topical chemo. Call me. If you ever get a skin cancer diagnosis, okay, I got some tips for you. I didn't ask. I was just so excited, like, okay, let's just do it. I got too much stuff to do. I've got lists, and I'm going to give me a list. I'll go get it done. We got lots of stuff happening. And I got that, and we went, and you see the pictures on the table, 21 days, topical chemo. Oh, it was vicious. So bad. But I'm so thankful that I had 6 years of gut health before that, because yes, this last year has been hard. I threw me into perimenopause. Anybody else? I don't even remember to have this conversation later. Okay? So don't ask me to take notes or watch Monica say no more. Right? I'll walk into a room, have no idea why I'm in there. I'm like, looking at hot flashes? That's real. And I'm like, cool. And then when you're hot at night, and my husband, close your ears. He's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, don't you touch me. No, because I am hot. I need my own fan over there. What is going on? Well, if I didn't have my supplements, the weight that I've gained back, the inflammation I've been struggling with, the skin cancer, trying to work through all of those things, I can't imagine where I'd be without it. My doctors keep telling me, don't stop taking your stuff. Whatever you gotta do, keep taking it. And I'm like, okay, don't tell me twice. So my emotional support person's here because I'm really passionate about what I do. And it's easy for me to get behind a microphone on the podcast and poke fun and have fun, and just because you can't see. But then when Leanne asked me, vulnerable woman, send me your before and after, and I'm like, I don't have any recent, we can all make really cute, right? I was like, really? And she's like, yes. And I talked to my husband, and he's like, just don't. You have to share your whole story. You can't just share half the story, not share the struggle in the middle, because I fully believe God's going to have the greatest comeback ever in the end. Yeah. And so I started at $2.75 because I believed my friend. And she said, hey, I think this could work for you. She didn't make any promises. She said, hey, what if it does? It did. 7 years later, I'm so excited and proud that I get to sit with women all over the world. And that's because of Lexus. I never thought that would even be my life. I got married young, had babies young, had homeschooled. I thought that was those are great things. But God was calling me to something more, something bigger than I ever expected. And so to be able to love on people like Leanne and her amazing team, and just to be able to sit with other women and just say, hey, there's hope. You're not alone. Your struggles are real. And they're not all in your head either. Some are in your head. The stories you're telling yourself, right? Some are very physical. And if you need prayer, I'm your girl. Yes, I will pray with you. I will pray for you. We will walk through this together. But the reality of it is that sisterhood, I didn't know I needed. So my favorite thing about Plexus, I love the products. I absolutely love the travel. I love the incentives. I love all of that. But what I love more than anything is that I get to sit with women every day, and I get to create content and I get to educate women and empower them and encourage them and equip them because I didn't know. I didn't know what I know today. And I'm sure some of you are sitting here in this room, you didn't know. When you walked in, we have preconceived notions of what we think something is. We've even maybe heard something, then we experience it for ourselves, and all of a sudden you're like, well, wait a minute. What if? What if this works for you like it did for me? Like it did for Leanne, Faith, or Taylor? Imagine. And like Christy shared, it's not always the weight. I'm like so proud of you. The freaking scale, pardon my French, is the devil. Okay? It is. Don't get on that thing. It's a liar. It doesn't measure your worth, your value, your beauty, the hard work that you're going through. It doesn't measure any of that internal stuff that you can't see on the outside. But sometimes we'll look at that number and it'll determine a whole day. Maybe a month. Maybe a month. Now you just go back and eat the lettuce. Like, right? And so today you're here because somebody loved you enough and cared enough to invite you. So you actually got to be their emotional support person. And you might not have even realized that. Okay? So thank you for coming. And I just want to say, do you have any other questions or if you need anything?
Question.
Go for it.
So do you take a pill for your gut health or
So
medicine?
I started with 3 products. So it's the pink drink, and then I take the ProBio 5 and a magnesium supplement we have called BioPlants.
And you do that every day?
Every day still, I do not miss a beat. I take that every single day. Now, as I went along and I learned about more products, I was like, well, I need that. I want to take everything now. I'm like, but I was like, Faith, I was like, I barely even took prenatal vitamins. They made me sick. So I was like, I'm not doing that. So learning something new has been a process. It's like, okay, when do I take it? How does it work? And that's why I love educating people, because if you know how it works, you're more likely to take it. So that's it. I started with 3 products. Those are my favorite 3. One of my other favorites is a product we have called Ease. It's an anti-inflammatory. It has the green lipid muscle in it. And my dad actually had a stage 4 cancer, huge praise report. He is cancer-free. Wow. So yeah, so he is in the VA. They're doing all of their testing, and his doctor tells him, you know what you really need? You need some gut health supplements. I've been doing this for how long? He didn't hear it. And then one day he did, and he called on the way home from the VA and said,
Wow.
so my doctor said that don't you have something for that? Yes, what do you need?
Wow.
And so just this week he did the same thing. He called and said, I'm going to the fish market. I'm looking for green lipid mussels. Why? Because I just read that they're like a strong anti-inflammatory property. I'm like, you know how many of those you gotta eat? Like to get the benefits? And he's like, I don't know, I'm gonna buy a bushel. I'm like, oh man, you're gonna smell. Like, I'm out of your pores. And I was like, you realize that we have products that have that ingredient in them. And you can like take a capsule and get way better results in my opinion. And so he was like, oh really? He goes, looks in his cupboard. He's got it. I did it from a year ago. And sitting up there, he's like, is this what it looks? Yes. That's it. Let's get you started on that. So, the products work. There's living, walking, breathing testimonies everywhere you go. Over 700,000 customers and ambassadors worldwide says something to the brand. And the fact that the company will back it is huge. Like, that's huge. And that they send people like Reed out here to the field for us is a really, really big deal. So what they didn't share, which I think is really cool about our company, as an ambassador, they reinvest 50% of their profits back into the field. So they take 100% of the pie, cut it in half, right, Reed? Half goes to corporate staff, pays all their bills, pays for all that. Half comes back to us. They're actually rewarding those of us that are using the product. So you won't see Jennifer Lopez on any platform unless she somehow, I want to sign her up. So, hi, I'm right up the road from you from Miami. But yes, right? So we are real people, just like you. Real women that have real struggles that found something that really worked. Anybody else have any good questions? We'll talk about whatever. Nothing? All right, I'm going to throw it back to Leanne.
All right. Thank you so much. I love she was talking about ease. That my two conditions that they figured out finally for me were that there were two chronic inflammation conditions. So Ease was like, it's my best friend. I mean, sometimes I take a lot, depending on how much I hurt. But it has been a lifesaver to me. And one thing I forgot to tell you as I was thinking about Jenna, and she was talking about her testimony and how things so much changed for her. Please make sure you find her before and after too. And it's over there, and there's some around too. But I was on over 12 medications, prescription meds. I'm down to 2, and I'm weaning off of one of them. And that's all because of glasses. I mean, I can't thank the Lord enough for my sister sharing and for continuing to say, sis, do it, sis, do it, sis, do it. And even after when I first started, I was like, I'm not going to take the drinks, they're disgusting. I can't even taste them. So I started with some of the pills, and then I eventually added the drinks, and now I love them. Can't go a day without it. But if there was a picture besides skeptical in the dictionary, I would have mine. I mean, that's where it was. Yeah, you know me and you. I mean, I was so skeptical, and I was like, it's not going to work. My husband didn't think it was going to work, but I'm living proof that it works. Jenna's living proof. Faith, Christine, Taylor, and some of you others that have been on it. It is living proof that it works. So I just want to thank you for sharing, Jenna and Reed and everybody else that shared. But we're going to go ahead and close out. I have a couple little things to tell you, and we're going to let you have some snacks. We have some different drinks here. We have our Slim, which is that is what focuses on the gut health. It helps you balance your blood sugar, helps with sugar cravings, things like that. We have the Active, which is our all-natural energy drink. I go if I don't have that Active. I know my niece, she hasn't been able to get it in a long time, so I'm trying to get her signed up today. But she loves the Active. It's just natural. It doesn't give you the crash in the afternoon, just that subtle energy. And then we have the Hydrate, which is it has the electrolytes in it, and it's without all the sugar, which is amazing, especially if you're out in the hot sun all the time. If you have kids, or even if you don't have kids, it doesn't matter. It's still a great, helps you with those electrolytes. And again, not that sugar in it, all that nasty sugar that we have in all these other kind of drinks. And the Monster drinks, please do not drink those. Please do not. So we have that. We also have like I mentioned earlier, our skin health, and you're welcome to try it. We do have the Bright Eyes. The only one I ask you not to use of mine is the Bright Eyes. We do have samples of that you can use, and there's some little Q-tips you can use. This is, I don't think you want my things I'm putting on my eyes and your eyes. But you're welcome to use the face wash and the night cream and all of that stuff over there. There's washcloths. Feel free to go to the restroom and do that. As I mentioned, we have some protein balls. We have chocolate and vanilla, correct? And they have peanut butter in them, yes?
Almonds in the vanilla.
Almond and vanilla, and chocolate has just regular peanut butter?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're allergic to peanuts, please do not eat those. We have some chocolate mousse with strawberries, jelly, and some veggies.
And please note that the grapes, one bowl has plain grapes, but the other ones are dipped in the hydrate powder.
Thank you, I forgot about those. They're in the lemon lime hydrate. They were frozen. They're probably not frozen now, but they still are going to be good. And if you need a really nice chilled drink, especially in Florida, or snack in Florida, I'm telling you, the lemon lime hydrate powder and the grapes. Amazing. So we have all of that, so we're going to let you do that. If you have any questions, please come and talk to one of us. If you say, hey, I want to get started today, we have some special coupons that Plexus has offered for us today. $10 off. Get free shipping for 3 months for new VIPs. If you're an active customer or a current customer and you want to get an order, just let us know. We're here to help you however we can. If you want a personal consultation with us, you can talk to one of us, whoever invited you, or if you want to talk to Jenna or Reed or what have you, we can help you. And then just something naturally that if you start the products and you say, well, I know a little bit about the business. I'm going to just say a little bit about the opportunity. How many of you, when you go to a restaurant and you love it, tell me what you do if you love that restaurant. What do you do? You go back, you tell your friends. That's what I was looking for. What if you go buy an outfit somewhere and you're like, you got a really great deal? What do?
Tell people.
Tell people. So we naturally tell people about the things we love, don't we? Hairdresser. What do you do when you get a good haircut? You tell people, right? Tell your friends and your family. So it's just kind of a natural thing that happens when you're taking these supplements and you're starting to feel good. It just like Jenna said, it accidentally happens. It just happens. And then you can earn money, real money. Okay, not fake. Trust me, Jenna knows. I know. We all know. It's real money. And now we have right now through Christmas, we have next day pay, which is, I was able to help 6 of my friends last month. And let me tell you, those next day paychecks that came in, I was like, thank you, Jesus. It was amazing. One day I texted my husband, I was like, oh, I helped 2 people today. Can we go out to dinner? Because I get paid tomorrow. So it's amazing. So we have that going on. We also have a trip to Cancun on the table right now for you and a guest. You can earn. Anybody can earn it. I just read of one ambassador. She just started, I think, 17 days. I think she earned the Cancun trip. And so now that's a lot. And I'm not saying that's going to happen all the time. But I'm a third of the way there. Where are you at?
I'm almost there.
She's almost there in 1 month. Keep that in mind, it's 1 month. Okay, so anybody can earn that. We also have, this month, if you help 3 of your friends, and my niece she's like, oh, I'm so tempted by those Lululemon. It's not how you say it. Is that how you say it? Lululemon. I say Lululemon.
I French it out.
Lululemon gift cards. If you've never heard of that, they have all the athletic wear, the leggings, very pricey. But from what my niece says, I don't know, they are amazing. So I told her, I said, well, here's 3 people. You get a $150 gift card. If you help 6 of your friends or family, you get $250 plus your bonuses and your commission. So it's not just the gift cards. You get cash money on top of that. So I just wanted to share that with you if you're interested in any of that as well. And then now I think what we're going to do is just let you guys look around. We have some catalogs. If you want to read Brody some catalogs, you're welcome to take one. If you're interested, talk to us. We have, like I said, we have some special discounts today. And we are so thankful to have you. You don't know. I know. My girls know. You don't know what it means to my heart that you're here and that Reed came and that Jenna came. And I'm so passionate about this, and I love each and every one of you. And those of you that I don't know, I'm sure I will grow to love you when I get to know you better. But it means so much to my heart, and I just want to say thank you for coming and taking your time, a little over an hour out of your day, because I know Saturdays are hard. So I appreciate you, and I love you guys, and let's eat.